Hello everybody, they're Bakes here, back with another review. Everybody here with another video, everybody, for the 12 days of videos, everybody. This is video number 4 here, everybody. And apologies everyone for a minor hiccups and bursts, everybody. I did have some food out to long ago. Hopefully won't be had too much here. My mass reflexes and whatnot, so yeah. But anyways, everybody, I've been doing a series review, everybody. It's been a little bit side with everybody. Last one was with everybody. I was part of Hallways Swarm up there, so it's been quite well, everybody. But I'm gonna be doing a couple of reviews, everybody, for the 12 days of videos, everyone. Would this be the first of them here? It's been one I've been meaning to do for a while, everybody. As there, everybody, I'm going to do a series, everybody, of the anime series Gurren Lagann. Everyone, it's been a little bittersweet talking about Gurren Lagann, everybody, as not too long ago, everyone, the original studio that created Gurren Lagann to Gainax recently announced its closure there. Now I'm not going to get too much into it here, but to make a long story short, everybody, Gainax has been in financial trouble for quite a while there. I believe sometime last year they filed for bankruptcy there to try to kind of restructure the company there and try to fix their financial losses there, but unfortunately they weren't able to do so, and a little while ago they announced that Gainax has officially closed its doors there, which very sad news there by Gainax. Have made a lot of shows I really enjoyed by Gurren Lagann be one of there. Also enjoyed Fully Cooley there. Also made other shows too there. That's been a lot of anime fans enjoyed there, like Peggy Stalking, Gurren Lagann, just to name a few there. Sorry, I actually said Gurren Lagann twice there. Meant to say Evangelion, everyone, sorry. And much other stuff there that Gainax has done. They were out for almost 45 years there, so they've been around the anime business for a very long time. So they, like I said, they officially closed the doors out, so very unfortunate there. Yeah. Thank you, Gainax, for everything there, for the work you did there, the joy you brought to anime fans there, and I hope that people that worked at Gainax previously there will still find work in the anime industry there. So it's going to be a bit of a bittersweet feeling, kind of talk about Gurren Lagann, everyone, but kind of things back in a bit positive movie, everybody. Gurren Lagann, everybody, I got first watching Gurren Lagann, everyone, during the early 2010s, everybody, when I started getting back in anime, everyone, as there was a brief period there, one where outside of some shows, everybody did watch anime consistently there, which since Tanami came in there, something like that, its initial run. But I said around 2010, early 2010s, everybody started getting back in anime there. But Tommy returned there. I also started checking some stuff online there. That's when I first discovered Gurren Lagann, one. Really enjoyed everybody, and it became one of my favorite animes at the time, everybody. So I wanted to make sure to check it out there, see how well it still holds up, everybody, and still if I still enjoy it, whatnot there. So yeah, just check show everybody, and now here to do a review for y'all. As you would be doing plot summary, pros and cons, and overall final thoughts and recommendation. First off, everyone, I'm going to make sure to try to keep this review as spoiler-free as possible there from our reviews, for people who may not be too familiar with the shows I'm talking about. See it. Everyone's going to jump right into it now here. Start with plot story here. The story of Gurren Lagann, everybody, focuses on seeing everybody, E and his good friend Kamada there, live in an underground village there, but Kamada had plans there to go up the surface there. And he was kind of like a big brother figure there to Simo there, and Charles back there, so and some stuff happens there, the village is attacked there. They eventually encounter Yoko Littner by, and they help her out there with it, and then eventually Cap out the mech suit one. She was able to control the mech suit with his driller by, which kind of like eat to it there. They have to go to the surface there by and learn about the humans being forced on the ground there by the Spiral King and his forces there. So they decide to launch a rebellion there and set humanity free. So that, and things get crazier and crazier from there, everyone. So that's pretty much the plot story by for Gurren Lagann, everybody, without going to major spoilers there on stuff that happens. So now on to overall pros and cons, everybody. So after I had a chance to watch Gurren Lagann, everybody, I feel better. It didn't give me the same amount of joy as the first time I read it. It doesn't still hold up well. Or I'm very glad to say, everyone, that Gurren Lagann still holds up very well to this day there, and I still consider one of my favorite anime, one. Although there are some things that we'll get when I talk about cons, everybody. Overall, it was a really fun ride, fun time watching Gurren Lagann once again, one. It still holds up very well. First, everybody, I'll go and talk to you about the animation first. Animation, everybody, outside of main website, one will I'll get to it when I talk about colors, everybody. Animation looks very nice, everybody. Very colorful and vibrant there. Character animations were done very well. And the action scenes, everybody, popped off, everybody. They still hold up very well there. And for those of you who enjoy mecha animes, everybody, or robot animes, or want to see a good robot-related action, everybody, Gurren Lagann will not disappoint you in that department. There's a lot of action going on there, so... And when it comes to overall story characters, everybody, it still holds up very well too, everybody. Well, although Gurren Lagann can get over the top there at different moments, everybody, it's the good kind of over the top there, And when some serious stuff happens, everyone does take itself pretty seriously there and whatnot, but... And it does a very good job getting you to gauge the story there. Yeah. And it definitely has some moments there where it's over the top there, but those would take itself seriously there. It does a pretty good job balancing things out there. And when it comes to cast of characters, everybody, Gurren Lagann's cast, everybody, characters, still really enjoy everybody. they're one of my favorite characters in some of my favorite cast of characters in anime. Everybody, he was a really great main character there, and the show does a very good job with his development there. Like Sibo there, you definitely get hyped up there whenever some big stuff happens there, stuff like that. Yeah, room for Sibo and the others there. Really like coming up to everybody, even though he's not around for a long time. Everybody, I won't spoil how everyone would, but he does not appear after a certain episodes everybody. But his overall impact, he left all the different characters that are still fell through, especially Sibo there. As I said, everyone, Sibo, they kind of like a brotherly bond there, stuff like that, and And the show does a really good job having you engage their relationship there, stuff like that, And even though Sibo looks up Kamina there, Kamina, and Kamina expresses, hey, he looks up Sibo there as well, and different things there, And talking about, I believe, the Sibo there, and stuff like that, the Sibo at different points there, stuff like that, And even after Kamina's departure, it still lays the groundworks there for the stuff Sibo will go through there, and stuff like that there, leading the revolution, stuff like that there, get the Spiral Chaos Force there, and the other things that they deal with later on the series there. And Yogur, what I really enjoy Yogur, she's one of my favorite female characters she has very likable personality there, and she definitely the show does a very good job with her development as a character too there, and she's very close there with everybody there, she had good chemistry, a lot of people there, she definitely had some of my favorite moments in the series there, like character moments and action-packed moments as well there, and her overall character still very enjoyable this day, everybody, so yeah. And the other cascaders are very enjoyable too. The show does a pretty good job there, giving them focus as well there, And some of the big changes there to happen at certain points in the series, everybody, Like I said, try my best not to get into spoiler territory, but the show does a very good job with balancing the characters there, have to be pretty likable there, and give the development there, so that's, so yeah. First, for people that are looking for a Sherlock story or Sherlock has characters there, with a little bit more topness to everyone, Gurren Lagann definitely gonna be a good show to check out there. Yeah, for you there. So yeah. Sorry about that. Go for a sec there. Sorry about that. Go for a sec there. You all know everyone, but you all know for the colder one. So yeah. So everyone, a lot of the things that Gurren Lagann does, everybody still holds up very well. Everybody, and like everyone is still. You can definitely tell why a lot of people have it up there as their favorite anime there. So that's yeah. Now, with that being said, there were some things you criticized everybody, but not really anything really major, but just some minor things everyone. The first everybody, overall everyone, the animation is very good, everybody, and sold it very well. There was one episode in particular, everybody, that, wasn't really bad per se there. It was a little bit off-putting there, considering the rest of the show was looking like there. Now, my memory's a little fuzzy, everybody, but I believe the director of that particular episode, everyone, wanted to take things a little different for the animation there. Try to make it a bit different there, more artistic there, certain aspects there, or have a different style there, whatnot. My memory's a little fuzzier but basically the director, for some reason, that one episode in particular, he wanted to do something a little bit different with the animation there, and have the episode stand out more compared to the other ones there. And I can kind of see the direction she was trying to go there on paper. Not a bad idea there. There are definitely cases there where you can change up the animation style there a bit, and still have it, look nice there, slant, and on its own merits there. Still being separate, for the usual animation quality there of the show. But execution for that particular episode, it didn't. It wasn't bad there, but it definitely was not as good in terms of overall look and quality wise there compared to the rest of the series there. I said it was not major but it was a little weird kind of seeing that there, whatnot, I feel like whatever vision the director had there, it wasn't fully executed there, I said memory's a little fuzzy on the details there, but that's basically why I remember why the director of that episode there, the explanation of why the director wanted to do something a little different with that episode in particular there, so yeah. And my only other thing, everybody, there's only one other question, everybody. There was one episode, everybody, that does happen around the midway point in Gurren Lagann. Everybody, so I'm gonna try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, but the anime does have a time skip, everybody. About 7 years after after the first major part of the story ends there, and then it jumps right to the second half of the series there. There's like a 7-year time skip, everybody, but before that, everybody, it ended up doing basically kind of like a recap episode, everybody. Kind of like a compilation episode there, whatnot, and it was a pretty weak one, everybody, And it's basically kind of recapped everything that happened in the first half of the series there. It didn't really add anything interesting or anything like that there, And for those of you who remember my series reaction to Kill la Kill, you all may remember me doing a little bit of a rant during that one part, in particular in Gurren Lagann there. And I actually do kind of remember during my reaction to Kill la Kill, they actually kind of it seemed like they were gonna do something similar there, but it was a very short recap there. Kind of poked fun at that one episode, particularly Gurren Lagann there. So, which that was a little funny there. Plus, it was fair there because the same people worked on Kill la Kill, also the same people worked on Gurren Lagann there. And for those of you who haven't seen both shows, everybody I'm sure wants to see Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill. You kind of see the similarities, the overall vibe, and stuff like that. There, these shows have there. It's like so. Gurren Lagann came out first there, and Kill la Kill came out sometime later there. So yeah. Like everybody, am I watching everybody of Gurren Lagann? Yeah, that one episode particularly there, probably the weakest there in the series or what I said. It's just basically a recap there that happened the first half of the anime there. I mean, it's fine if there's someone that randomly decides to start watching Gurren Lagann there, but or wasn't aware like the first half of the story there. But for people who were following the series at that point there, it was just kind of a pointless episode to watch, and probably the one episode in this series I do recommend you skip there. So yeah. But that's pretty much it for cons, everybody. And pros as well there. And on to my overall final thoughts and recommendation, everybody. So overall, there are some minor things criticized about everybody. Gurren Lagann overall, everybody still holds up very well, everybody. Grand shade, very short story cast characters there. Very humorous moments there, over the top moments as well. A lot of great action moments there. A lot of serious, tense moments as well, everyone. So I had a blast rewatching Gurren Lagann, everybody, and I still think it has a pretty good spot. And if I ever did like a top 10 favorite animes of all time, I do feel like Gurren Lagann would still have a pretty solid spot on that list there. So, sorry, one person there. And with only about one episode there, I recommend skipping there out of a 20-some that Gurren Lagann there that has there. Definitely not bad at all there. So from overall final recommendation, everybody, if you Gurren Lagann my highest, one of a must watch for everybody. For anyone who hasn't seen Gurren Lagann yet, I highly recommend you check out everyone. And everyone, I do remember, everyone, I'm sure y'all remember a couple of days ago, everyone, when I do my review for Saturday's with everybody. I hung out with cousin Jamie, everybody, because Jamie was asking about some anime to check out there. He has to consider some watching anime there. I recommend check out Gurren Lagann there. So for anyone out there that maybe looking to start watching anime, everyone, Gurren Lagann definitely want to check out everyone. Not a long series, everybody, and it's a lot of fun there. I recommend you check out there. So yeah. Well, everyone, I'm pretty sure up for this viewer one, and perhaps a viewer one. I'll be doing some more reviews, everybody, for the 12 days of reviews, everyone. And I'm gonna try to make sure to keep the different ones I got planned as a surprise for y'all there. So I will be dropping our video tomorrow, everyone. Gotta keep the 12 days of videos going, everyone. But until then, we're up for that, everyone. You all you saw here, make sure you like button, do share, subscribe, and notification icon so you see uploads. And if you want to support the video, I give hype points there, appreciate there. I'll see you next time. Until I start, big sound. Peace.